Welcome back to The Road Show, this morning on The Buzz. Have you ever judged a person by the kind of car they drive? Never. Never have I done that.
Or in your case, New Hampshire was the kind of truck they drove.
Listen, let's not go down the road now, okay? A new study, though, thinks that maybe you should judge people by the kind of car they drive because researchers at 3 universities found that men's conspicuous spending is often driven by the desire to have some uncommitted romantic flings. If you're driving a car like that, I think it's obvious. They also pointed out that although flashy spending may get a woman's attention, guess what, guys? She's not going to be picking out the China pattern anytime soon because the study analyzed more than 1,000 men and found that being in possession of a Porsche or another flashy luxury product maybe made a man more desirable to women than owning a non-luxury item. But the attraction ended there. In fact, it made women believe that the man was only interested in uncommitted sex.
I got to call a timeout here.
Okay, why?
What?
Because you drove one of those, didn't you?
No, gosh, no.
No.
Why is it always the man that just wants to have the uncommitted sex?
Okay, yeah, but the women don't go around driving flashy, yellow, crazy Lamborghini, whatever.
No, but they walk around in fancy, flashy shoes with their fancy bags and their fancy clothes.
Shoes. We're talking about cars.
Okay, well maybe we'll have a segment dedicated to the other
Fine, another
gender.
day.
Fine, okay. What do you want to know?
Today we're staying on topic.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You would agree, Michaela. You see a guy in like a red, cherry red Corvette with his glasses
flashy
on.
And yeah.
It does nothing. I'm sorry. I look at that and I'm like, gross. Gross. You're trying way too hard.
But I agree with what they're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's like that instant attraction because at first you're just like, oh wow, look at that car. It's really great. It's flashy. This, that, and the other. And then
it ends there.
It ends there.
It ends there.
That doesn't make me want to go up to someone and be like, relationship worthy.
I'm sorry, if I see
Good
a
car,
cute
good
guy
guy.
in a minivan, I mean, like, you're not trying so hard, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
you're a little bit older now.
Yeah. But
Back
a lot
in
of
the-
these guys that are trying like that aren't young.
If
They're older
listen,
trying to pick up younger
If Michaela
chicks.
saw a guy cruising around in a swagger wagon / loser cruiser, she would be like, wow, I gotta meet that guy.
I'm not
but
gonna
if
say
there was
that
a guy
because
cruising,
I wouldn't want someone judging me based on my car.
What do you drive? Is it a newer or older car?
Oh, it's an older one.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, it gets me from point A to point B.
Barely.
That's all
Right. And I'm sure if a guy sees you in a car and he thinks you're cute, he's not going to care what kind of car you're driving, right? Don't you think? I
hope not.
I mean...
but wait a second.
What?
If you see if I saw Michaela, okay,
Yes, yes.
in like just driving around in like a Ford Pinto, okay, and looked over and I'd be like, all right. But
Or me driving
No,
in
no,
my
no.
pimpin' minivan.
No, because there could be hot moms in minivans. You're a hot mom in a minivan. But if I saw Michaela like cruising around in like this like white convertible BMW, there'd be much more of
My hair blowing in the
well,
wind.
your hair,
right.
your hair
It's
blowing
all
in the
about the
wind.
attitude too. I mean, I think you're right. Like people, like women who are in like a convertible, are like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know the kid was
Do that move again.
No,
Do
I'm
that
not
move
doing that
again. Show
again.
me the
But
convertible
you know,
move.
you've seen the stereotypical woman driving.
She's gonna do it again. Yeah.
With her big shades.
Right, with her
and
big
the hair
shades and
going
her
all over
Rolex
the
hanging out
place.
the
But
side.
again, usually you're like, okay, you're too much. It's just too much.
I drove a.
I can't.
Listen, I drove a Ford Country Squire station wagon in high school. And
What is that?
It's the Chevy Chase mobile from Vacation. You know,
Country Squire?
with the wood paneling.
wood?
In the station
You did
wagon.
not.
I did.
I drove one
Yeah.
like similar too with the fake wood.
And I did okay with the ladies with that rig.
Well, do you think it really matters now? Because I mean, if you're spending that much money on a car, it's like, okay, that seems like frivolous in my mind.
I think it's because the seats it was like one of those fold back seat situations. It had a back row facing backwards out the back window too. Sorry, what'd you say?
No, I was saying now, if you see someone with a big flashy car, I feel like it seems more frivolous because just you know,
In
if
this
you
economy?
have the money to do that, yeah.
We want old, used, beat up. If you're cute, it doesn't matter. All right, let's send it over to Melissa and see what people think online, if they agree or not agree with Patrick.
I, for one, I think I'm on the opposite side. I mean, I like a little bit of flash.
Yeah.
If you're driving a minivan, you're not going to be picking me up anytime soon. I don't know. It's just, I mean, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, stuff like that, that's a bit much. But just a solid, nice car. You know, that's all I ask for. It's not much. But anyhow, I'm here in the New England Tech Center, live blogging on foxprovidence.com. So let's check on over on the live blog and see what all of our friends have to say this morning. Jean says, I don't know if you'd call it stereotyping, but I do disapprove of people who don't get mufflers fixed, loud music, etc. But mostly, no, I don't judge a person by their possessions, but how they treat me and other people. And Joey Buteau says, I would judge someone by the things that they own. It's just plain wrong. And Jerry writes, in Cumberland and Lincoln, women drive around in flashy sports cars. Actually, I grew up in Cumberland, so I agree, Jerry. And in case you're just joining us this morning, you can weigh in on our web poll. We're asking, do you judge or stereotype someone by the vehicle they drive? And your choices are A, yes, it's an extension of who you are, or B, no, it's nothing more than transportation. And as always, our friends on Facebook are weighing in this morning. Alex Cruz says, it's human nature that if the first thing you see them in, but if you do know a person, it shouldn't matter. And Adam writes, I prefer judging people on how they drive and not what they drive. And I think that's a very good point, Adam. Diana says, yeah, if a guy has an expensive car, he could really be into himself. And if he has a standard car, he could be low-key and does not mean he does not have any money. And don't go anywhere, because I'll be back at the end of the show with your web poll results and see what you guys think about people driving around in flashy cars. But for